Now, 70 members of county assembly have appended their signature ready for the impeachment of Governor Johnson Sakaja. And of course, 70 out of 123 means that this is a clear majority, and this kickstarts other constitutional processes. Of course, we may see a situation where Governor Johnson Sakaja presents himself in front of the plenary to answer questions. And is he going to be saved by the MCAs, or is he going to be impeached by the MCAs? That's the question. So, a section of Kenyans have been thinking, is this thing a real impeachment motion, or it is just a Roman circus? Story to watch.
Mundu gwitwo Sakaja agituika ni kuinukio ni bunge ya kuria Nairobi County. Gitikio kingi ikarirwo ni mugikuyu mundu witagwo James Joroge Mushiri tono okire munini wa mundu witwo Sakaja na ni njukite handu haranga mwina muno Nairobi gukoretwo guthukite muno tondu gutire ginya street light na ni turaigwa riu ginya andu kuratuika ati mathaa ma hwaini thaa imwe thaa igiri andu ni marahurwo ginya tuhiu magathecwo na tuhiu ni tondu Nairobi gutire na matawa kwa tuka ginya Kimathi Street na ni tui wega muno Kimathi Street hari eri thiini wa Nairobi ni street imwe fati ukorwo very secure no rukuratuika ginya street ya Kimathi kana Kimathi Street kwina muiretu umwe urakioneka guku mitandao-ini ikiuga ati ni araikoretwo ikiumwo thutha ni imwana cihariirie gukorwo ikimuhura tuhiu na hihi ona ginya gugikorwo agikiborwo mathaa ma thaa imwe kuria Nairobi thiini mwena wa Kimathi Street.
Quite a big developing story to start us off this week, the potential impeachment of the governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja. Now, over 70 MCAs met yesterday, and after that meeting vowed to impeach the governor, who is said to have met the leader of ODM, Raila Odinga, earlier. And of course, he was trying to beseech the leader of ODM to ODM allied MCAs in Nairobi to, of course, not support that impeachment motion. But after that meeting by over 70 MCAs, it seems the governor's goose is cooked, and he may be on his way out of office.
Kanairo Governor Johnson Sakaja, ma MCA wanasema wanataka kumuimpeach. Kanairo inakuanga ni ngori. Kanairo mazeni either half term ama one term. Uzuri mtu anatokanga akiwa Sonko. Okay, achana kwa kapati ka Sonko. Sasa usikii mazee wa bunge walipatana jana, na wabunge mazee wanasema Sakaja is out of touch. Yani Sakaja mazee aelewi what the basic Nairobian anapitia, na for that reason sasa wanataka kumuimpeach. Hebu sikia zile ma reasons zingine zenye wanaekelea Sakaja. Wanasema easy mpaka tutaitisha special sitting ya kuongea mazee vile Sakaja ataimpeachiwa, na si Sakaja solo, yeye na deputy wake. So my MCS wanasema kuna pesa inaitwa WDF, hiyo sana ni World Development Fund, imekuwa ngori kufika kwao. Kuna pesa ya bursaries. Naona MCA mwingine anasema ati Kanairo tu peke yake ndio among, yani Kanairo tu ama Kanairo iko among zile tu ma counties zenye bursary haifikii watu vizuri. Kuna stalled projects. Kuna story nyingine iko hapa hivi pia ati not in touch with ground, hiyo nishakwambia. Alafu sasa unasikia communication between Sakaja na MCS. Sakaja unasikia ati MCS wanampigianga tenje achukuangi. Na hata wapigiangi sasa akikuja apate missed calls zao. Tena bado ma MCS wanasema Sakaja hajawapatia direction ikikamni kwa broad based government, au wanafaa kuangukia wapi, wanafaa kuenda ni pande gani. So mazivo ndio vile kuko. Nilikuwa nimeona MCA wa Kileleshwa Robert Alai amejitetea mazee, akasema hapana, sio mimi ndio nimeleta hiyo story ya kusema ati Sakaja ataimpichiwa, lakini mazee ma MCS wameshikana wakasema ni aje Sakaja anafaa kuingia maeria. So nyinyi mkiangalia mazee, kwa wale magavana sote wamekuwa Kanairo, Sakaja before ingie mtaani unaweza mrate wangapi? Kanairo si kumekuwa na watu kama wa sita in charge. Kumekuwa na Mbadi, kumekuwa na Kananu, kumekuwa na Sonko, kumekuwa na sasa saa hizi Sakaja, na bado pia kulikuwa na Owalo. Ilikuwa ni Owalo ule mwenye aliyekanga Kidero, Kidero mwenye aliyekanga Shebesh Bari Kidero. So kwa hao watu watano ni nani John ndio mwenye amepiga mboka vile inafaa? Na hii politics ya MCS mazee nyinyi mnaiona aje? Juu ama MCS mazee mimi siwaamini. Hawa tu unajua tu Sakaja akikohoa watu hivi. Kwanza nimesikia wakisema wanafaa kwenda retreat next week. Sakaja akikohoa watu hivi mazee atawa bribe tu na hawatamchuja. Well, aidhuru, si tumesikia pia juzi tu wabunge wakituambia wanataka kuimpeach amri jeshi. Hiyo story mnaisikia tena? Leo tujicho.
Habari ndio hiyo. Nasikia 70 elected MCAs, they have signed a motion to impeach Sakaja. Hii ni ukweli ama ni stories za jaba? Because I will be very happy. Very happy.
Now, this is the latest update on Governor Sakaja's impeachment. Let me start with the good news. The good news is that the executive gave out 300 million to the old mechanic, Raila Amolo Odinga, so that he can talk down the MCAs. And the bad news is that this money never reached the MCAs. These old mzee has pocketed everything. And as things are going by this morning, the MCAs are very bitter with the old mzee and are as well bitter with the executive for trying to, trying to bribe them. And this bribe have not even reached them. This shows the level of disrespect coming from the executive and also from the party leader of ODM. And let me tell you something, Governor Sakaja, if wherever you are, just know that once this impeachment continues, you will go home. And the executive will not save you through the Senate, because the senators don't want to feel as if they're extorting the government. They are running away from such allegations. And once it has passed through the county assembly, your goose is cooked and you'll be replaced. Okay, when the election is called, actually you'll be replaced. And if not, if you survive, it will be very easy for Babu Owino to replace you with or without the help of the old mechanic, Raila Amolo Odinga, or the executive. Okay, whichever come first.
Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja is facing possible impeachment after 62 out of 85 elected members of the Nairobi County signed up to support an ouster motion. The ward representatives convened at the Nairobi County Assembly buildings on Monday, where they continue to rally support from members. Sakaja is facing allegations ranging from mismanagement of county funds to leadership failures. Lillian Muli has the details.
62 out of 85 MCAs have thrown their weight behind the impeachment motion against Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja as momentum for his ouster intensifies. MCAs led by Kileleshwa MCA Robert Alai stated that the grounds for removal were overwhelming and that members were united in advancing the impeachment process.
We have the motion ready. We have the charges ready, more than 20 charges, 20 substantive charges against the governor. We have enough signatures. We passed the threshold. In the 5th minute of collection of signatures, we already had the minimum required 42. We want to ensure that we are not going to take the motion with 42. We are going to take the motion with 100 signatures.
At the heart of the impeachment storm are allegations that Governor Sakaja has failed Nairobi residents on multiple fronts.
I think it's only fair that we demand that garbage are all collected, that all the Nairobi infrastructure is taken care of, is rectified, and is clearly, we bring back the blame where it's supposed to be, which is with the governor of Nairobi, Arthur Johnson Sakaja.
The assembly, currently with 123 members following the recent death of Kariobangi North MCA Joel Monuve, requires at least 82 signatures to table an official motion of impeachment. The law stipulates that at least 1/3 of all members must back the notice before it can proceed. The move comes just days after Kericho Governor Eric Mutai narrowly survived impeachment in the Senate. Lillian Muli, Citizen.
No turning back, no turning back. We have decided to be Sakaja. We have decided to be Sakaja. We have decided to be Sakaja. No turning back.
Impeachment ndio hiyo. Hautaepa mkwepo nini ya impeachment. You must be
voted out, uende kabisa. MCS ni sisi tuliwachakua. Kwanza mimi wangu ni Kwenya hapa CBD, Mr. Kwenya. Ukijaribu atukuonana kando kando, hakuna. Sakaja lazima aende. Na nyinyi mkianza hivi, tutaingia hapo city council pale, tutaingia ya afisi yenu ya MCS. Na kuambia tutawatoa. Wamama wa Nairobi tutawatoa na tutawapiga kama huko Machakos. Nadhani mliona ile ya Machakos. So mimi ninaomba wana Nairobi, Sakaja anaenda, hatuna huruma na yeye. Hata kwangu mimi ni furaha. Kwanza siku ile Sakaja atafanywa impeachment, niko na chogoo kwangu, nitachinja na nisherekee. Mimi
All right, I've got some breaking news for you. Raila Odinga is currently said to be in a meeting with the Speaker of Nairobi County Assembly and also the Majority Whip. Now listen to this. This meeting is being done at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation. And that meeting is primarily to save Sakaja from a looming impeachment, because the clouds are gathering and more than 80 MCAs have now appended their signature for the impeachment of Governor Johnson Sakaja. Of course, allegedly reports are indicating that even Sakaja might be in that meeting. Let's see how it goes.
Siasa Kenya msicheze na Ruto na Raila. Na mmeona, you see, kumekuwa na narrative kwamba eti Sakaja anataka kuimpeachiwa. Na nikaambia watu, this is a game plan, and this one is initiated by Raila and Ruto. They want to gauge, wanataka kugauge loyalty ya MCS. So now kulikuwa na allegations kwamba wanaenda kuimpeach Sakaja. So sinaona kaanza kuwa na mobilization kwamba MCA waanze kujimobilize. So ilifaa kuwa na mkutano leo. Out of, Nairobi kuna karibu 124 MCS. 85 elected, alafu ya ngine nominated. So now out of, kwa sababu hii ilikuwa imewekwa na imeinitiatiwa na serikali kupima loyalty, ndio tujue kwamba nani tunakufa nani na nani tunatupa nje. So wale kierere, wale wamejifanyanga wazuri, wale warochafu wa nyuma wamejimobilize. Out of 124 MCS, 10 wamefika kwa mkutano, na ndio wamekuwa kwa public wakishout. Kumbe walikuwa wamesetiwa. It is the same thing. You see, juzi kulikuwa na discussion kwa nini wakati Ruto alisema kwamba the parliament and the senate is corrupt. Ruto alitaka kujua kwamba nani ndio snake hapo na nani ndio mtu mzuri pale. So after hapo Ruto akaenda majuu, akaacha wabunge wakiongea. Wale vierere, wale wenye kumbe wako na ile roho ya ndani, wakakuja kwa media, we have to impeach the president, wakaanza kumobilize. And you see, these people have intelligence. So ni wakati mna mobilize watu impeach, kumbe kuna mtu ana collect information na anapelekea president. Hii ya Sakaja kuna mtu ana collect information na anapelekea president. Let me tell you, if you are against Sakaja and yet the president and the Raila wana support your Sakaja, then you are going against the president. Because the president amekwambia tunaenda hapa, na Raila amekwambia tuende hapa, na unakataa wewe, sasa utatupwa nje. But still imetuonyesha kitu. For those who are saying that Sakaja hana influence, out of 124 MCS, only 10 wameshow kwa mkutano wa kuimpeach Sakaja. What does that mean? It means Sakaja kuna influence kubwa sana, and atakuwa backed na so many MCS. Actually like 80% of the MCS watakuwa memback. So but atarudi 2 terms. Sakaja anaenda 2 terms. For the first time, Nairobi is going to elect a governor 2 times. Because you see, Sakaja is a presidential material. If you look at him assessing, and you see, the allegations, unaona kimwalei sijui mambo na uchafu, mambo na nini, we know how these things operate in Nairobi. Ni vijana wana operate mambo ya kunini, ya kubeba uchafu na kumwaga mahali. Then, there are some MPs and politicians, when wanafanya, wamecontract hiyo kazi. And for them, wanamsambo taisoda takae mbaya, kwa sababu mimboli, huwezi jua mambo ya siasa. Anyway, hii ilikuwa trick. Sakaja endi mahali na impeachment.
Remember when Wamadimpos said this to Gachagua when he went for a 1-week prayer fast in the forest?
Unajua hawezi kuwa wewe unanyanyasa watu, you've bullied people for 2 years. Unatajwa wiki moja unalia. For 2 years. Unabuli kila mtu, hii county ndio huyo. Hii county ndio huyo. Unatajwa wiki moja, unazama, unalia. You know bullies are the biggest cowards. Do you know that? Bullies are the maka unaenda sijui kwa msitu sijui wapi. Let me tell you, if you want respect, respect other leaders. Respect other leaders. And if you don't respect those leaders, respect the people who put them there. Si ndio hiyo? 2027 uko huru kusimama kuwa governor wa Nairobi. Niseme ama nisiseme? Niseme ama nisiseme? Nitoboe ama nisitoboe?
Well, as we speak, 70 MCAs have signed SAKAJA's impeachment motion. Here they are celebrating.
Governor.
Now in this video, I want us to look into some of the reasons why MCAs want to impeach SAKAJA and also whether or not he'll survive. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Now the first reason for SAKAJA's impeachment is stalled projects. Just listen into this.
We have had stalled projects where we have not received any answers from the executive. There are so many stalled projects within the wards, and the residents of Nairobi have been asking why those projects have not yet been completed. The members are also saying that the governor is not in touch, completely in touch, both with the ground and with this assembly, the members of this assembly. 3/4 of the members who make calls to the governor, he does not reply or call back to these members. So there's a question of communication between the executive and the...
Now, hapo kwa stalled projects, naweza unga hawa MCAs mkono. If you check in with huyu MCA wa Roysambu, Sospita, at the inception of hii serikali yake ya Roysambu hapo, in 2022, we put together roads that need to be addressed. In fact, they reached out to me to suggest roads in my area. And one of the roads nilipeana, ni ile inatoka hapo from my studio, all the way to White House, all the way to Thome Classic, ukienda hapo loft, ile club ilifungwa sababu ya kelele. That road was one of the roads that SAKAJA identified. And he came there with the area MCA, and all the people were Thome, and they launched the road. And he even put a billboard pale at the entrance with SAKAJA and the MCA saying that they're the ones working on the road. Then all they did was put gravel, na hizo kabro zote zikaletwa zikaekwa kando ya barabara, and they have never touched that road ever again. So now the people are saying, uyu MCA ni mkora, uyu Sospita ataenda one term, because why is he launching projects that he can't finish? Kumbe ni SAKAJA, cause pesa inatoka kwa governor na county. MCAs can only submit the roads and hope that they will be done. SAKAJA is not doing the road, hashiki simu. So now MCAs wameamua, if you are going to come and launch projects with us and then leave us to be crucified by the people because you don't want to finish the project, then we will also crucify you early, we uende nyumbani sisi tukufuate after 2 or 3 years. That is what is happening. Don't launch what you can't finish. Even better, don't launch what you don't have a budget for. Delay the launch until you have the money, so that when you launch something uko 100% sure hii kitu inaenda kuisha, unless contractor ibe pesa, and that's another case, anapelekwa kotini na anafungwa for 40-30 years. So this is just a classic case of tit for tat. Wewe ukituseti kama MCAs na sisi pia tunakuseti, tunatoka draw 1-1. Now the second issue informing SAKAJA's impeachment is the Ward Development Fund. Just listen into this.
There was also the issue of WDF, Ward Development Fund, that has not been working according to us.
So long story short, the primary issue ya hawa MCAs ni pesa. Be it Ward Development Fund, bursaries or stalled projects, it all boils down to money. And the money will never be enough because currently pesa za Nairobi ziko busy zinafanya empowerment ya Mr. Moneybags and team. Well, now that we know why the MCAs want to impeach SAKAJA, let's turn our focus to the Senate. Will SAKAJA survive the Senate or fail? The unfortunate answer is yes, he will survive, and because of the following reasons. Reason number one, this has been identified as a good opportunity to make SAKAJA popular again. If they allow the MCAs to drag him through the mud in the county assembly, then to go through a brutal ad hoc committee, and then he eventually survives, they believe and hope that this will boost his sympathy votes. That is the script they are hoping to play. Pretend to crucify someone, and then through the chaos somehow they come out on top. Shida tu ni ati watu si wajinga tena. Now the second reason why Sakaja will survive is because it's rumored he bribed Agwambo 200 million Kenya shillings for cooperation. Na hii pesa hatujui ilikuwa one off ama ni annual, but whatever it is, it was enough for Raila Odinga to betray his own son Babu Owino and go for mtoto wa nje na kuendorse yeye. Do you see how politics is a dirty game? Imagine mentoring somebody who is a child in politics. Umemchukua akiwa university. You have groomed him through your party ODM. He has grown in that party. Now he is a man, he wants to go for something. Lakini sababu ya hii hongo imekuja huku kando, you discard this one and you go to support that one. That is very reckless and it is the height of betrayal in politics. It's so sickening, but hiyo ndo hali ya mambo. So Raila's marupurupu could very well rescue Sakaja. Now on a personal note, do I want Sakaja to go home or do I want him to stay? I would rather have Sakaja stay. Reason being, him going home is not realistic. The moment Raila na Ruto wameshikana, they have the numbers. But him staying gives us a very good opportunity to give him a resounding defeat in 2027. Hii hakuna deep state, hakuna DCI, hakuna EACC. On that day, they will all be irrelevant. It's just like on Judgment Day. Whether you are a billionaire, a millionaire, a trillionaire, or broke, your financial status does not matter. It is only your deeds. Now, watu wako na date with the president, and they also have a date with the governor of Nairobi. As far as people are concerned, these two, alongside Ishungwa, are the most arrogant leaders elected today. Na ile kutumwa watu watatumwa nyumbani. Woe unto Sakaja and the others. Because if MCAs have turned against you, you best believe if you survive, of which you are likely to, unfortunately, these people will be campaigning against you kwa ground. Sababu umewaseti. I don't expect Sospita to go to the ground kusema ana support Sakaja. He will lose that race. Hapo hiyo wadi ya Roysambu. So he will be fighting the governor for his own survival. Multiply that by all the other words. Game over.
Johnson Sakaja. Governor wa Nairobi ndaigu arenda ku impeach. Ni ndiroria tiriri. Neri. Ara impeach ori. Neri. Muthuri ucio ni inoke. Yani. Yani ni thirikari ya ku impeach na. Ministry of Health Kenya ndirutaga wira. Ministry of Education ndirutaga wira. No Ministry of Impeachment. Kode kwa pesa ciurire awa. Maitu, pesa ciurire kuku. Mwaka huu tunatega bilioni 200 ya kuimpeach. Muimpeach na inyuothe na noe ora impeach na ndoka opposition. Iwe uri kiurira nda. Wa impeach ndoka opposition na ndocoka thirikari-ini. Sasa wewe ni kipoto ria tubu. Kiurira nda wewe. But you go do meno. I'm sure now listen to this. 70 MCAs who are elected in Nairobi County Assembly have signed an impeachment motion against the Nairobi governor, Sakaja, citing that he is out of touch with the challenges facing the county of Nairobi. My friend, this, I'm being told, there is no going back. Let's wait and see how it goes.